Testing a new primer today. Always had very mixed success with, what was it, brush primers. But we've got this to try. Warpaint's Fanatic. Technically in effect, but it just says brush on primer, so I'm going to trust it. Because I kind of mangled the priming job on these guys. I would dry brush them in grey anyway before going at them. So I was like, well, why not use this, which is a grey brush on primer. Helps to fix a step I got wrong and move us on to the next step. Get into the old workbench here. Oh yeah, also got a new extremely expensive brush, which I'm hoping is going to come in clutch for the other infantry. We're going to put that in the good rack for now. That should not have been $8, but it was. Right, just cleaned this out. Well, dried it out. Give this a shake. I'm going to drop some in. Grab a little, probably one of the nub brushes, the dry brushes. Although, where's my pipettes at? I'm running out of these. I'll just get some handy debris. Pop you up on your side. Okay, so it seems a tiny bit thicker than just me combining a white and grey paint. Maybe I won't get that nub brush after all. No, it's still going to be the better way because I want to apply surface area. This brush. Currently just grinding it into the palm. Put it on the back here to dry it out. Okay, I've got some mobility back. Retaining a bit of moisture. That went on pretty good. Let's just proceed down the line. Yeah, I'm rubbing off an extreme amount of it, but I'm not truly dry brushing this on. I'm just taking paint onto the tip and then I'm pushing it around all over the figure to make sure that this primer, allegedly, is covering the whole thing. I have already rattle can primed these with the Army Painter primer, but as mentioned, made a bit of a butcher's of it. I missed sections of them because I was in a hurry and they were too close together on the palette. Hence why some of them have just exposed fronts like the one we just did. So, silver lining though, that will mean that they'll have pretty starkly contrasting lighting, depending how thick the final paints lie. Oh, these are going to be great. Every single one of these is going to be uniquely coloured. Here we go. See, I missed a bunch on the metal here. I can keep brushing a second. How much paint's left on this? How much paint is left after doing the whole guy? You have to do half of one more. Pick up the bit I wiped off before, rather than delve into the main well. There, I need to get under there with the primer on this one. This one was bending real badly. Hey, pretty. Yeah, we got deadlines on our hands, so it's painty now. So I had 62 models to complete for this Thursday. Because time did that stupid fucking annoying thing it does on this planet, where it advances regardless of what you're doing. And suddenly it was the end of November. So, cramming it all in. Thankfully, they are all now built. And the main 30 of them actually had the base coat on, which I'm quite happy about. I can probably cram them tomorrow and finish the job. Or finish as much of a job as I care to. Oh, that's gone great. We're testing a new primer today. So see you catching up. So this, I don't normally use brush-on primers, but this is going great so far. Admittedly, the last brush-on primer I used was AK, and it was ass. So 16 to paint this weekend, okay. That's still a decent haul, take your time, get through them. Did I paint you? Oh, he's next. They're still very metal here. Oh shit, knocked it off his base. Right, it's only blue tack down, it's not like stuck to its base, that's not a part breaking at least. We just wedgie that back together. So a big setback I had. These figures are white metal. Even find it. Oh, I'll read your message. But yes, see, that's the advantage of a two-person assembly line. Is what you're making there, Artdrei. Hang on, fuck it. Plan B. So as I was saying, these ones have been giving me a bit of grief because they're white metal, and I've never properly worked with white metal before. Getting them to stick together, because they're not all one figure. They had hands and weapons and accessories to attach. In metal. I was like, right, well that's going to take some serious glue. And 3 different kinds of glues all failed. Or it just wouldn't work at all. Just couldn't take the weight of it, wouldn't adhere to the material, wouldn't fucking stick to itself in one case. But we worked out that, oh wait, yeah, these are white metal and were like fresh. So they're probably still covered in what's called releasing agent, which is like an oily chemical on the metal to get it out of its own mold. Because when I first opened them, I cleaned them up and tried gluing them, no luck. So back to square one, cleaned them all up again, like deep cleaned, scrubbed all the figures and parts, then stuck them together. That worked. I was like, oh, that was a setback. Just have to wait for it to. You have to wait for it to dry out completely. There can't be basically any moisture on them whatsoever. So, setback upon big wait time. Yeah. If I can stay on that base, that would help me a lot. Let me just take the excess off this brush. It's probably building up a bit too much grime. There we go. Alright, halfway there. Next. Slightly too much. Wipe it off the top there. Yeah, this looks right. Well, that primer's going on wonderfully. So, feeling optimistic now. This is another one that was bending quite badly. So the white metal obviously has a teensy bit of flex to it. It's quite lightweight. But the gun barrels were bent when I first got them out of the packaging. Clearly just a byproduct of the way they're molded. So I had to tweezer them back into place. Plier them, in fact. They're perfectly fine now, but we're just being careful not to doink the barrels so that we don't misshape them. Diddly diddly diddly. That's pretty good. Ow. It's never the painting hand that cramps up, it's my gripping hand, my left. Oh, you know what? This one's legs are a bit close together. Let me grab the pincers. There we go. Oops. Yeah, he's going to be a good one to paint. I already know what the base colours are going to be for this mostly. Off-white shirt. Obviously I'll use metal for the hammer. I'll try and use wood on the haft of the hammer, just give a bit of colour differentiation. And we'll use leather, we'll use the deep brown leather from AK on his overalls. You'll see shortly. One more to prime. This one's my personal favourite. In that it's another guy in overalls holding a blunderbuss. Reminders, these are World War II figures. So, this guy is currently my spirit animal. Because yes. Perfect. There you go. Just came into good focus there. See what I mean? Right. Well, that was a massive success. I like that primer. I put slightly too much in the dish, but that's the thing with new paint. You never know how much you're going to take. I'm just wiping this off on the back of the glove here. Another big reason we wear these. Right. Put this paintbrush away. And honestly, I'm going to use the pens for a lot of these. Let's grab the chest of play markers from AK. Well, I want a bunch of nice strong colours on the clothes. Then at the end, oh, same for the flesh tones as well, but then at the end, I'm going to set upon them with Army Painter washes and tones. Just to saturate them a bit in our almost realism that we like so much. Alright, I'm cleaning up the workbench a bit. If you hear rustling noises, it's because I'm moving shit over to where the microphone is. Ah, my high-tech cleaning pot. Yes, this is what we clean the white metal figures in. Notice the amazing expense of this technology. I can go back in there. Hot soapy water in the tin, scrub it one at a time, then take them out, put them on your towel, leave them, pad them with the towel, don't super dry them, then you'll pad them dry both sides, then just leave them on the towel so all the moisture gets sucked out into the towel. Leave them there for a few hours. That's how you prepare white metal. Method learned. Big ass can of glue, you need to go somewhere else. Right, where to start? Let me quickly pull up a reference photo so I don't go completely off the rails. Oh, damn it, I have to go back to the worksheet. Hang on. I gotta go back to the main machine a second. Paste this in the chat and you're going to show up. Nope, URL's too long. Oh, no. Right. Anybody with a shirt, I want to grab the off-white colour pen. That's how to handle that, but I'll do this guy with the firebomb and the coat first. I want his coat to be probably like a tanny brown colour. Starting to think I should grab Satchel Brown rather than just sticking to this. In fact, yeah, you know what? I'll paint him shortly because I will grab Satchel Brown. We've got a pot of that. But I am going to grab the... Hang on, that's dirty white. Yeah, okay, no, this is the one I want to try. I'll not do him first. I'll do one of the guys in a shirt first. Still good? Yep. Right. Him. Guy with a hammer. So, he's wearing shirt and pants, no straps. It's not like dungarees or overalls. He's wearing overalls. This guy with the shotgun. Shirt and pants again, but it's kind of like smart shirt and pants, so we'll probably use like a blue for him. Or a tweed colour. This guy with the hat. Yeah, definitely want a white shirt here. Having brushed it on, I'll now quickly stipple some. Overshot a bit there, I'll just use my fingy. We're going to definitely use like brown leather for his coat. But we will definitely use the pens all the way, so his jacket and coat. I'll use a dark grey for his hat, and let's give him blue pants, why not? Dark grey. Things look good. Obviously I'll have to come back and flesh tone his hand as well. The other issue here being we're now painting grey on grey, but at least this will have the proper finish. See? I'll hold it up again when I sort out the coat, because that's going to really drive the contrast. Good. On that note, oh sugar, that was the sound of the lid falling over. Wood, leather, and obviously I can adjust the end result using the tone washes quite a lot. So, quick pen check. Yep. I've just realised there's a small nub sticking off his elbow, which is a bit of excess metal. I'm going to have to chip that off. Okay, no luck with that. I'll have to grab cutters. How do you file those down? Whipple file, which is... You know what, fuck it, that's underneath me. Let's do that before we paint him anymore. We don't want to use the sandpaper, because it's metal. It'll just rip the sandpaper to shit. So we want to use our whiffle file. There's confidently, where the fuck is it gone? Tweezers, tweezers, tweezers. Put them over there a second. So there's the sandpaper stick. Obviously we can't use that. Tweezers. Side objective complete. We found a pipette. Put that there. There we go. This bastard. So this rod, either end of this is a file. Leaf shape. So that's a rough texture there. This might need cutters. Nope, got it. Gently whisk the edge. There we go. That's the elbow is now cleaned up. I mean, that might not be a definitive use. That's what I'm using the whiffle file for. I might have just given somebody an aneurysm, but it worked. So back we go. Like, my goal there was, I need to knock off this bit of metal. What have I got that can shave stuff and cut stuff? Without me having to go into the other room where I know for a fact I've left the cutters. Basically, any excuse I can make not to get up and go into the other room to pick up the bag I forgot. Ugh. Good. We should paint his shirt again, because obviously white is a very pale colour. That's better. Now we'll just leave that for a minute so that paint all settles, so that way it doesn't risk picking each other up. Guy in overalls with a wrench. Him. Rather than leather, I'll use green for the overalls, but I want to use this white on his shirt. He does have dungarees on, like dungaree straps, so we'll pinpoint those with a super dark green after we're done here. I have to paint the dungarees way after the fact. I want this thoroughly dry first. There we are though. Feeling pretty good about that. Blunderbuss man. Sleeves. Just bring this to my eye a second. There. Good. Finally, the crouching guy with an Enfield. I'll quickly examine that. Wearing a vest, not dungarees, so her sleeves protrude out. When the torso is one colour, the sleeves are going to be this. Right. Don't want to use the leather colour. We do want the dark brown. I'm gonna have to go get that satchel brown for sure. What about this guy? Yeah, no, he's got shirt sleeves. We can do shirt sleeves again, yeah. Oops. Damn it. That was the sound of me dropping me some paint on myself. he's got a shirt on, like he's wearing like a blazer, but he does still have like the collar of his shirt protruding here. Good. Right, look, I know where it is. I'm going to go get Satchel Brown because I want to use it on this guy's coat. For sure. As opposed to the AK leather, the Satchel Brown much dark. I want to use that on his coat, probably dark green for this sash, for the belt. And also on at least one of the pairs of dungarees. So it should just be 30 seconds. Tracking that down. Anyway. Found it. Hard up low. Where'd my gloves go? There they are. Right. The pot. I put the primer in. Let's wash that out. Actually, no, that's the grey pot. I'll use the other one. Pot number 2, come here. Hardened leather or Satchel Brown. And just in the case we need them, I've brought the cutters back up as well. That will do perfectly. Now where the acrylic chores go well, here's this brush here. Right, speed paint, don't fail me now. Let's start off with this guy's coat. Hang on, tweezers are escaping. There we go. Nice saturated, patchy looking leather effect. So I realise that's been off camera for most of it, but I was going to get very precise. Realise down there in between his legs is the tail of the coat. Right, leave that be for now. Right, many is hey Moop, we painted some bolt action. Just putting a coat on this guy, literally, that's his coat. And now, same colour for somebody's dungarees. Oh shit, I lost my reference picture. Come back, reference picture. Vaguely guide my madness. There we go. I've just realised that the guy standing semi-professionally to attention is the officer. I've grabbed the wrong one. I could have got the. There's a few more behind me. I must have got me swapped around by accident. Yeah, because he's a messenger. That's fine. Who was I going to paint the dark leather on? Guy with hammer. Right here. Specifically his pants. Good. Working mod make sounds good, Moop. Update us later on what you make. We'll leave that drying. Good, good. Gonna grab this emerald blue-green. Is that dried enough? Oh, it's dried enough to try. Just gonna paint this guy's sweater this nice bluey green colour. Just for a big colour contrast on the model. Now he's got a dark coat over brightish sweater, and we'll give him some like green pants, like tweed pants. He's got a flat cap on as well. Same colour for the pants and the flat cap. That's what we'll do. We'll use AK dark green. And again, I'm going to hit these colours in particular with the dark tone from Warpaint's Fanatic. Coats and overalls I'll hit with strong tone, because they've already got like a decent leather or brown colour to them. But for these really bright ones, just to balance it out, a one and done with dark tone at the end of the project. He's shaping up great. Even though that's the dark green, it's too bright to use in the sash. I think I'll just use black. I don't regularly like to use the black paint. Gonna leave him alone for a little while because that's what little paint's cooking right now. I'll paint the sash around his coat and his boots in black. Probably a matte black and a rubber black, so 2 for 2. This fucking guy. We said we'd do him in like a Sunday blue. Not that emerald colour we just had, but if I grab the ultramarine blue, and then if I dark tone him afterwards, that'll come out pretty good. Oh, hang on. Ah, hello madness. This is a better idea. Ooh, actually no, not for him. Not for him. Where's my guy with the guy with the axe? Guy with the axe. This guy, because he's like a fireman slash warden. He's got like a booty helmet. He's got like a all-in-one on, which means he'll be wearing a deep blue. Tamiya field blue, that'll do. I use this particular pot a lot. It's thin-ish. Let me use that same fine brush. Oh yeah, this is fine. Yep, this pot has thinners in it. This pot has a lot of thinners in it. Slightly bigger brush. Back in there, you. So this character's wearing overalls. Obviously his hands, head, helmet and boots are a different colour. I'm brushing downwards but being patchy in some open places because that way it adds some streaking. Thanks to the way the model's molded, he has like ruffles in the clothes as is, so just by being patchy in there, it's naturally adding texture. That's really going to come into its own when we do the flesh tone. I think I'll do his hands and then paint the blue again. You have to let that dry a bit because that's some very thin Tamiya. Diamond shotgun. Satchel brown again. And his flat cap will be satchel brown too. We want a really dark green for his shirt, like his vest. Probably darker than this AK one. I think we should get the Tamiya dark green. How are you doing, Abra? Good to see you. Sorry, I glanced back over a chat there. This one here. Let me just have a quick look at this. No, hang on. That's the gentleman in more of a suit. That's the fancy man. Yeah. So we had a hold of before. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do him in ultramarine blue then, because obviously he's in the utility blue here. Let's go for it. If all else fails, I can just completely repaint him. But I'm confident this is going to have the effect I want. Let's put these colours to the pile with you. There we go. So we've got ultramarine. We've got medium blue. No. Ultramarine blue. From AK. That's better. So we've given him the grey primer, so there's a lot of light on the model as is. We do this pretty bright blue for his suit and vestments, and then either strong or dark tone at the end to saturate it. And there'll be this fella with the shotgun in his Sunday best. Good way. Shit. Ah! Gotta repaint that elbow, hang on. Okay. That had the desired effect. Probably a simple dark grey hat for him. Kind of picking away at them one by one. Ooh, that Tamiya Field Blue is real thin. That's going to need another go. Plus he's got a bag on the back. We'll put that in AK leather just to make it really stand out against the dark leather, the dark blue. Now, who next? What to do? Bip bop, bip bop. Fella with a wrench. Oh, I like this track. Dark green again. Dark tone to follow, but that's gone well on the dungarees. Pretty decent. A little bit of it spills over, that's just going to be good colour. Like, I don't mind that on the back at all. Come on, camera, you were doing so well earlier. Ah, fuck it, you get the picture. For Blunderbuss Man, I'm going to grab my other speed paint. Instead of Satchel Brown, we'll grab that hardened leather. So let me clean out that pot of Satchel Brown. And swap them around. It's away. Where's my designated pot drying rag? There it is. Hope Abra has been doing well. Bought them in a pretty extreme earlier this week, or possibly over the weekend. Now this. Advert coming up. I'll just be persevering, but ad break in a couple of minutes. Got opportunity to grab yourselves a beverage. I think we'll have another Okachima soon. Might get a cherry drink and a corky. We'll have a victory corky. Come here, tiny bush. Nice bush. Okay, yeah, this is very like the AK leather. Oversaturated a bit there. I've got to be careful with this one. Good shit down there. Good. A brighter brown leather. I'm going to do his chest harness now. I think I know what's left to focus here. Away with you. Hang on. Pulling it right up to my eyes. We'll need the off-white pen back in a moment. There we are. Right, yeah, so what we've achieved there. Yeah. Come on, camera. There we go. I'm going to use the off-white pen on his chest shirt, obviously. I have to redo a bit of his collar on this side too. So we'll just give that 5 minutes, then hit that with the pen again. I'll use a very fine wood colour for the blunderbuss. And obviously probably just gunmetal. Or the dark aluminium, which I like more because it plays better with washes. Let's go back to our boy with the firebomb. The two characters with firebombs, the final thing to do is going to be using an army painter glow effect on the fire. But very last thing to do, that takes like 6 coats to work properly, but it'll be worth it. Right, yes. Black for boots and that sash. Got to be as precise as possible here. And the collar. Clasps up front. Down there is the length of strap hanging loose. Twist. Okay, good. Don't want to overuse that. Next thing to do for him is skin tone. repaint that foot. Probably a once more of the chest and a once more of the legs. To be on the safe side. Here's where we are so far. There we go. Good. Into the river. Oh yeah, okay. There we go. He's good, he's good, he's good. The ultramarine blue has come out real strong on that guy, so that just needs a little touch up around the bottom with the same colour, but then it's just dark tone all the way. Let's paint his hat grey. As planned. Which, yeah, it's more grey on grey, but again, it's about getting the proper saturation. Immediately bringing the ultramarine back to fix those legs. I can just see. Found the flares. It was loose. this fella who does not have a vest. He basically has a sweater. Yeah, he's wearing a sweater or a jumper, if you like, with the collar of a shirt sticking out of it. Let's give him green for the sweater. I need to redo a couple things in dark green anyway. Nice. Like Ned Flanders with a shotgun. Eventually focuses. Oops. And 6th time's the charm. Come on, focus. Flesh tones and weapon colours soon. When I finish putting everybody's outfits on. This figures for later. Oh. Perfect. Hang on, this is one of the first guys we were doing. Blue pants. That's what we need to give him, blue pants. In hindsight, the ultramarine is a bit too bright for workman blue pants, so I think we want our field blue back. Need to recoat the guy in overalls anyway, so Superman over there, Flanders over there, Mike over there, you and you. Let's repaint this one first. Extra coat. Good. And now other guy's pants. I'm going straight for the sauce. Good. Quickly redo the leather on him. I need to redo his back slightly, as well as the wrists. Just his hat and skin tone. And boots. It takes a while to dry compared to the rest, so leave both of them alone for a moment. Ultimate colour should reserve the true Marines. No, because now he's in his Sunday best though, lol. That's what that Ultimate Marine was for. Again, the dark tone wash is going to pull that right down, but that's pretty much exactly what we wanted, so that it's worthy of being dark toned. For his boots, I want to get my proper rubber black, which is a problem because underneath all these tags. Shit. That's for church. Yes, that's the point. It's his church suit. Yeah, so we got so the code names so far. I got Sunday Best. We got the Warden. We got Ned Flanders. I'm gonna give him a name to the trenchcoat pipe bomber. Who reminds me of the protagonist of the Saboteur, a game from the 360 era. That was a good game. Skin tone that. Oop, get on there. Mechanic. This fellow with a bit more of a tweedy pattern to his outfit. I'm going to use a yellow for him. But not quite yellow. And yellow is obviously one of the worst colours to paint with. We'll use this peach. We've not even used this once. Right, new colour. Because his shirt has like a vertical line texture going on. Good, Russell. That's a good call. That's gone on nice and thick. Now, if I take this fine brush, I'll just push it around a bit. Moves. go. Just sure. Covered. I actually just spotted a teeny bit of metal escaping through on the leg there where the primer didn't stick. But it's fine. Actually, I might be able to grab a bit of primer from there. Yes, I can. Patch those legs up a bit. Might leave him be. I'm pleasantly surprised by that colour. One of the best yellows I've ever used. It actually shows up. Shirts again. Back round to the top. Dirty white AK. Might need a fresh flick on this one, but bringing back to people like our blunderbuss guy. Fixing things where the leather colour splashed, being basically micro careful not to undo the leather painting. One for the collar of the shirt. Got it. Excelente! Check the other shirts. I haven't actually done this guy's chest yet. Give him the balloon treatment well. A scar between go in here. I remember now, I need to get the leather for him. I'm going to paint the yellow shirt guy just yet. Just going to let that settle. Not bad for 2 hours work. Yeah, sorry, I saw your comment about the yellow one. Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised by that. That was all 2 strokes of the pen, and then I was pushing it around with the brush afterwards. That's good results. Leather, 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 leather. That's not leather at all. Hang on. Inside the chest. Click. Paint the wrists. Paint the back. I won't do the bottom trim because that's better off having shadow. Sunday Best used this bright leather colour on his shoes and his hat. Hey. Go, that's the way for him. Fresh tones and weapon tones to follow. Almost there with these 9. I really must look in the box because that last figure we haven't painted. I am 90% sure it's the wrong one. It's from the lineup of 4. Granted, the last one I'm going to probably want to paint with a different stuff anyway because he's the only one of the 10 wearing an actual military uniform. I'm looking for... Yep, there he is. He should be over here. He should be taken away. But with these four. That'll make sense when it's all done. The rummaging you're hearing is a big foam box full of partitions for Minnie. Well, I just noticed a massive spider web on my ring light. That explains what the weird shadow was. Anyway, where did little brush go? There he is. Bring this back a second. Still some usable grey in there. This guy will find. I'm going to paint this one another day with my military uniform colours, but might as well get him primed while we have the table ready. That's the commanding officer of this militia team. So, actually has his uniform on. Either through coincidence or just being the most ready. Put the brush down. So, proper battle dress colours for him. Well, really impressed with that brush on primer. I'm really happy with these. I'm going to do his shirt, his pants and hat, his hat, which really is kind of, it's almost a, he's got a helmet, it's like a Brody without a webbing. Should get the brass for that. Yep, we're doing it. Although it wouldn't be true brass, it'd be like, we'll get the silver instead, because if we, because he's like warden slash fire service, like a silvery grey. So if I get the silver, paint his helmet in metallic silver, and then tone it afterwards. Get best results. Not test the pen before I started there, that was risky. I've had a jingle in my head for the last 3 hours. I've just finally remembered what it's from. I knew it was a game over jingle or like a death noise from this really difficult platformer. Just remembered it now. Good for this guy will be the dark grey. I'm having a quick one more look. Yeah, it's a sleeveless vest. Yeah. Okay. And like a smoking vest, like a smoker's jacket. But button up the jacket. His right hand he has a big peen hammer, in his left hand... Oh, it's a pipe! I was right about it being a smoking jacket. Yellow guy. I think we'll use that light brown again. Wrong one. Thinking about it, he actually has a helmet on, not a hat. So, good thing we left that silver pen out. We'll give him the same treatment. Metallic silver, and then reduce the tone later. I'll probably do the washes another day. I think we'll wrap up painting time for now though. Well, soon. No, not right now, but very soon. We'll get the flesh tones on. So we'll see what this looks like with every part of them has at least one coat of paint. Black boots for this guy. Black boots, black boots, black boots. Yeah, okay. I'm getting the rubber black out now. Have to move things around for a second. Still going? I've had my headphones off for the last hour. Okay, background music's fine. Good, thank you, acrylic. That's what we're going for. Right, the other AK pen. This one. Simple rubber black. I could use the Tamiya rubber black, but nah. We want to be good, strong saturation, so let's just... Using this on a white metal figure, this is like actually shining a shoe. Goes by. There's a little... So that posed like he's walking. It's posed like he's in motion. And behind the right foot there's a little sliver of white metal still attaching him to the base. I'm not going to cut that off because that's just stability on the base, to be perfectly honest. That can just stay there. Paint it black, doesn't matter. Like, I'm not going to cut that off, only to glue his foot back down. Like, what the hell would be the point of that? That could just stay. So hang on, was it his collar? No, he's fine. Collar's fine. Okay. turn this brush with leather to me. I haven't done this guy's boots yet. Wanted to redo his pants. Flares were just a bit too pale. There we go, filling in the gaps at the bottom of the pants. The best thing to do now would be skin tone for faces and hands. And then we look for gaps. Basically finishing touches. I'll use our trusty play markers for this. Got enough time to get this done. Got a fresh X's on the paper tonight. Skin tone is always the thinnest, weakest of these I've found. Will give us a few whirls. Hair is going to be slightly tricky actually. I've struggled with hair in the past. I don't want to use the same colours that we've just used for clothing. So I'll probably grab some Tamiya paints, like the Tamiya yellow. Tamiya brown or red brown to do hair colours with. Because otherwise someone's hair will be the same colour as someone else's shirt. Which isn't entirely unreasonable, but it's a little cheap I find. Yeah, well, that settles. thinner than it should be. Let me hold it up for you. It's falling nicely into the recesses and should balance in with the grey on his face. Oh, this was a fucking wasted effort, wasn't it? By which I mean the camera focused. Oh, whatever, you'll see later. Ned. I need to do this guy's facial hair as well, which is again another challenge for get a good hair colour out. That's significantly better on the hands. Just activated the well again. Beam upgrade camera with manual. Yeah, maybe I could get a specific camera for painting. Maybe if Throne would let me make an account, we can fund that shit. Flanders again. Okay, but it is settling really well. We just need more of it. Slightly lift this back there, it's okay. It's a bit runny, so I'm just picking it up with a dry brush there. Or going again. Okay, let that dry. Warden. Right. better let those settle before we mess with hair colours. We'll probably call that there, I think. Oh, one more. The mechanic. He's got his left hand is open and his right hand's holding the wrench. Weapon colours. So I've got an actual dedicated special colour set which has a rifle brown in it. I'll use that for the stocks of shotguns and the couple of actual rifles among the group. Metallics, they'll probably just use gunmetal and a strong tone. At the very least, it has a really cool effect, and like I always say, I don't go for true realism. I prefer pop art or like more striking visuals. It's why I always have quite pronounced metallics on my vehicles, where they realistically would not have been, but it's like, well, on mine they are. Right. Not overcomplicated, right. A quick rundown of who we've got then. So the only thing missing now are weapon colours and some final details. They'll redo some of these fleshes. The guy in the jacket, that looks like Indiana Jones. Bad for a couple of hours when everything started off as grey. Holding a pipe bomb aloft. There's this guy in the mustard with an actual rifle. Then we get the tweezers to display them. Tweezers, there they are. The guy in his Sunday best, as mentioned, will be heavily dark toning him, and that's pretty solid for an outcome. With hammer and pipe. Hair colour to follow. I'll use some Tamiya fines for them. I'll get round to posting super finished ones on the blue sky. I'll pay attention over there. See we're at 90% for all of these now. Warden, that field blue. A few coats later, that's pretty spot on. Actually, the skin's sat on that model really well. Firebomb Saboteur, who definitely needs skin repainting. But pretty good. Elsewhere, the biggest thing for me is these are all nicely coloured and the hell they're usable in the current state. I mean, they were usable as is, but I prefer them to be coloured than in just stock metal or primed black only. We've got Ned Flanders. We're on camera, it's a flat. You can work it out. I believe in you. That's a lie. Okay. Oh, there we go. So that worked better. Yep. A Blunderbuss Barry, my spirit animal. Genuinely really happy with how his overalls have come out. Like, for such a simple piece of clothing, I still wanted to do it right, and that's gone great. Filling in the triangle at the back was actually a good decision, because that makes it a Peter's overall. Shirt on the front is fine. The skin's actually settled on him really well, so again we just need a really good hair colour and colouring on the gun for him. Did I pick up the mechanic? Well, we said it last week. I'm going to call this guy Luigi on account of the green uniform we gave him. Good. That will do for now. Tidy up the workspace a bit. Intone you away. I know we're kind of out of sequence this week. There shouldn't be the usual Tuesday activity, but deadlines do loom. I'm pretty happy. Everything in its current state. Ready for Thursday. We might be streaming again later today. Failing that, we will be streaming tomorrow. Kind of ad hoc stuff. I don't know if there's any interest in seeing Dispatch on this channel. I do have it because it's awesome. I haven't played through it myself yet, I just know the majority of it. We can still play through it if people are interested. Maybe we'll do that tonight. Gloves down. We're gonna raid out for now. Thanks for joining me, everybody. There are people coming in to say hi. Those of you who've been lurking and chilling throughout, hope you had a nice time. Hope this was at least interesting. I don't know how bad the camera focus has been. But by and large it's okay, but I know every time I try to zoom in, it is a flippant whir. Off you go, camera. See you later. Bye, Alpha.